Hi everyone. I hope you're all well. With the rain and cold back after 3 days in the early and mid cities, I'm so grateful to be inside, cozy and quiet. It is hard to gauge what exactly is going on inside the royal family and with the Harkles because even reports from previously reliable sources are conflicting in nature, and in a way, I think this is a reflection of the world we live in at the moment. Who of us are actually sure of anything these days, no matter which side of the fence you are on? None of us know for sure whether our reality is actually the reality. On a daily basis, we are being manipulated and lied to, and the best we can do basically is to choose what we prefer to believe. So, if you're on this side of the fence, you will choose to believe a certain way. If you're on the other side, you will choose to believe the opposite. Very rarely these days do we come across the truth and nothing but the truth. Lately, I've heard from so many of you that you are bored or tired of the royals, or in particular of Harry and Meghan. I myself went through a phase where I could not stand their faces. But you see, for me, it is not just about Harry and Meghan. But for me, Harry and Meghan represents the typical elite classes. Now, I'm not someone who hates on celebrities and the rich because they are the ones providing jobs, creating jobs, and responsible for the average Joe's wage. We unfortunately need the rich, the well-off, and the better-off in society. It is great to dream about a society where we are all equal, but it is just not feasible. There will always be the queen and then the worker bees. What is starting to bother and scare me, though, is the growing power play and injustices between the rich and the influential, the average people and that of, like, Harry and Meghan and Harry's father, King Charles. They are the prime examples, not about the rich per se, but about the imbalance, the injustice, and the unfairness of it all. We spoke about Harry's visa ad nauseum, and after Judge Nichols handed in his order at a Washington court, we've heard nothing further. What was that order for? More investigation to get more questions answered? Are they just delaying it until after the November elections in order to see who the next American president will be? Remember, Trump said that if Harry did wrong, he will deport him. Biden's administration, however, said they won't. So tell me, how is this fair? Had it been you or me, a brother or friend, we would have been judged on merit and likely kicked out. Remember, Harry's case has a catch-22 in it. Had he lied on his application, he lied on a federal document, then he should be taken to an immigration court and kicked out. Had he not lied and was honest about his drug taking, then how and why did they give him a visa? Do you see what I mean? How far will this case go before a decision is made? Is there something else involved other than the drug use, as we are all speculating at the moment? Well, if the stories of SA have any merit, then it is my opinion that the public have even more of a right to know. Well, that is what our common sense tells us, but that is not how the higher ups actually feel about us. In the army, they talk about cannon fodder, and I feel that is what we are to them, cannon fodder. So what if a number of people get hurt in the process? As long as Harry and his mates or his father keep dropping a dime here and there, no one wants to rock the boat too much. The so-called higher-ups, politicians and judges, will see to it that it isn't rocked too much. It's all about money and power, And quite frankly, we don't stand a chance. I think that is yet another reason why we won't see a divorce between Meghan and Harry soon. I think if she has any such plans, she will play a long-term strategic game. Because if she does not know that she can't win against the royals by now, she must be dumber than I thought, or more delusional, or whatever. But my point is, or then the point I actually want to make using Harry's drug use as an example is this. Harry admitted in his book and on camera about his past and present drug use. He told about rolling a joint at Tyler Perry's mansion. He told on camera what a big role weed and hallucinogenics like ayahuasca or ayahuasca played in his life, how it helps him see things more clearly. Remember? So his drug use is not in question. The case purely centers around whether he disclosed his past drug use in the filings or not. Now, you see, that already frustrates me about the Heritage Foundation because, according to federal law, the jurisdiction over any foreigner in the United States, a foreigner is not to use any drugs while on United States soil. Yes, I know many of you are telling me how lenient cops basically are when it comes to weed, but we are not just talking weed here, are we? The Heritage Foundation declares that they are less concerned about Harry than they are about fairness and immigration law. But why can't they be concerned with all of it? The last time I looked, despite having certain substances for personal use being legal in some states, it was still illegal to sell drugs. So where is Harry getting or buying it from? Who physically supplies him? Because that person is indeed classified a dealer. And you are welcome to look up federal trafficking penalties for selling or smuggling or the penalties for dealing. It is pretty tough. So you see the way these fake elites are treated under seemingly different law has a ripple effect. It clearly also provides a pardon to the criminals they sometimes surround themselves with. So you see, I do not really care about Harry or Meghan per se. They can go and do what they want. What I do care about is the unjust society that is being created by them being allowed to run rampant over my rights and your rights. I mean, so you want to teach your children that drugs are not okay, but Harry goes in front of a camera with Dr. Gabor Mate and tells the world how wonderful it is. Hey, you don't want that stranger running around your neighborhood buying drugs off people? But it's okay if it's Prince Harry. Is that how things work these days? You see, guys, that is my issue with it all, and that is why I'm still doing Harry and Meghan, to do my part in holding them up as the personification of something which is really getting out of hand in our society. I mean, we see it everywhere, not just in England and America. In the town where I live, the one where I live now, certain surnames rule the roost. These families are almost immune to being held accountable for anything. So what do we do? Do we just let it be, let these things happen and carry on with our own small lives, or do we fight back? I'm too proud to be quiet, so I'll likely keep calling Harry and Meghan out on behalf of all the other a-holes out there. Okay, my dear friends, that's it from me for today. Please take good care of yourselves until we meet again on the next one. Bye.